You want to know how we get responses like this from our cold email and book in high quality leads. So in this video, the first part, I'm going to walk you through the email that we sent and the thought process behind that and the strategy and what we did. In the second part of this video though, I'm going to show you how we got there, and then you can unleash that thought process for yourself in your company. My name's Conlin-Hurd. I run a post-click agency called Persuasion Experience, and all we focus on is the human behavior of why somebody buys from you and what will persuade and motivate them to take action, right? In my career, I've done over 450 landing pages and funnels, but everything just comes back to truly understanding your target market. So let's start with most email for people, or cold email for people, has a really bad rap, right? And like any marketing, that's just because people aren't doing it right. It still has a place, and in a diversified traffic strategy, you should have inbound, outbound, and strategic partnerships. Before I get into it, a very quick intro on what we do. And this is the email that went out to get that response. And look, it's not perfect. We launched it, obviously in mid-Jan. And when I look at it now, I'm like, ugh, it could be better. But everything could always be better, right? Like, it's not perfect, but perfection isn't decided in a boardroom. It's decided by your target market. And so for us, it's like every day this isn't live, we're losing money. And so we get things live, we ship, analyze, adjust. And in this email, I'll walk you through it. The number one thing is to get somebody to open the email, right? Otherwise, the rest of the stuff is pointless. So for our target market, because we know them and we know that businesses are quite competitive, we work in B2B. One of the subject lines that we split test, and that one was "Let's crush competitor name." Market lead is a friend of mine. I know who runs that agency, so I've just popped this in as placeholder. But imagine seeing "Let's crush big competitor," right? That makes you want to open it. So then we have, hey, name, pretty normal. Then the first line we want to do, like, we get the open in the subject line, and then the first line, what we try and do is like break down the ick or the barrier. So you do that with familiarity. There's better ways to do familiarity, and what we're doing at the moment is testing cold as a channel. So there's a lot of other ways that you can come at it, right? But that's a bit of the thought process. And then fintech is a dynamic field as well. So we have that familiarity. It's like, oh, here's why I'm contacting you, and to like pique their interest. And this first line, the goal is to get them reading the rest of the email. So then it gets straight to the point. At PX, we develop marketing funnels and landing pages that double conversion rates, blah, blah, blah. And we've done it for fast growing tech companies like Linktree, $1 billion company, Wayflyer, $1 billion company, Navexa, slightly less known startup, but I wanted 3 in there. And then we make this quick personalized video for you going through your landing page and how you can be a competitor in 2023. So the idea is that we want them to see something familiar here, right? This is their own landing page. Now, how do we do this? We use something called Potion. And in Potion, I recorded one core script, and then in a CSV, we found all of the landing pages that people were sending traffic to. So I record one core script, which is this. Then Potion, my mate here, that didn't load very well, there it is, puts that script over the top of a landing page and auto adds it into an email. And then my script here, I sit there and I read out, "Hey Bill, hey Amanda, hey Thomas, blah, blah, blah." And the AI in the tool puts that at the front so that we can bulk personalize things. Now, it's not cheating, because I personally made this list and I know I can help them, but I'm not going to sit there and record 1,000 videos. So that's how we do it. And then it's just super to the point, right? Are you interested to discover more about PX and how it can help you to hit your aggressive growth goals? A lot of this, we're using words of the target market that our audience uses, and then all we're trying to do is get them to reply to the email. And this is only email number 1, right? Like, you should be sending multiple emails. Usually the response rate's going to happen 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th email, but we're not being spammy or like weird or like sending a long email where it doesn't make sense. And the point of the cold email is to get a response, right? A yes or a no. Because with cold email, it's just like another channel. Like you have to launch it and optimize. You don't just launch Facebook ads and sit back and retire in the Bahamas waiting for it to start working. Like it doesn't just work straight away. You have to ship, analyze, adjust. And that's what we're doing with ours. I'm almost embarrassed to show this because I actually don't think it's like, I don't feel like it's perfect, but it's booking me leads and making me money. So that's pretty good. And then that's like this email, right? The next thing is like how we got here. What was the thought process? And what I find wrong with cold or with any traffic strategy is people don't think about the why before they start the how. So they start writing these cold emails and they're crap because they don't actually truly understand the target market and how they think. They don't understand the conversation that they're entering, and they don't understand the psychology of humans, but more importantly, their target market around what will motivate them and persuade them to take action. So for us, we already had clear brand messaging and our positioning done, and we do that for all of our clients. And so our cold email gets responses like this as well. It's not everybody doing hat tips and having a good time. Some people say, please remove me from this list. That's fine. That's a no. That's what I want. I want a yes or a no. And then some people say, hey, and then we're building pipeline. And so, yeah, this is the email, the thought process. Then we do, okay, well, what is the inverse thinking? What makes a bad cold email? So I get lots of cold emails. All of them are bad. And I personally don't really get that excited to reply to any cold emails because I find that I'm probably not meant to be on that list. It doesn't talk in my words. They're using jargon that makes absolutely no sense to me, and I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. And there's not a clear call to action. And like most of the time I'm like, I don't even know what you do, and I don't even know how you want me to act on this email. So inverse thinking, right? Like what makes a bad cold email? And then we were like, let's do the opposite of that. Let's give something with personality. Let's give familiarity. Let's be exciting, and let's be straight to the point, because they'll either want it or they don't. It's either time or it's not time. And that's fine. Like not everyone's going to want what you're selling on cold. The next is making sure you have a good list. Most people just spray and pray. We do them in chunks. But we're like a smaller boutique agency. So I know this is not going to help everybody, but we do them in like 50 to 100 list sizes, and they all have something in common, so we can tailor the email to that. The next layer that we're going to add to this is multi-channel. So I will be adding in LinkedIn DM next. Same thing. It's not going to be spammy or crap. It's going to be good, and it's going to be leading with value, and it's going to be like a human talking to another human. When I write that email, I sit down like I'm going to write to one person, not like I'm going to write to thousands. Like I'll say, hey, Amanda, and then like I'm talking to a client that I've had before. So in summary, how do we get responses like this from our cold? Well, we just do it different to other people, but we understand human behavior, or like what's going to motivate and persuade our target market to take action. We understand the conversation that we're entering, and we understand the why of what we're trying to do. With cold, we're trying to get them to go, why not? Got nothing to lose. And then reply yes or no. Like that's it. The point of an email is to get the reply, not to sell everything that you do. It's not to be a branding exercise. The point of this cold email is to get a reply, and that's it. Everything in your marketing has a purpose. The landing page is to convert, the ad is to get the click, the email is to get the click or the response. And most people try to oversell or over-explain. You just want to get somebody interested and to put their hands up. And as a quick FYI, our tech stack is the Potion, and then Lemlist, chef's kiss. This is our new favorite part of our tech stack, and I would highly recommend it. If you're a tech or a SaaS brand, I would stalk these guys. They absolutely know what they're doing. But team, that's it. That is how we got this response from our cold email. If you have any tips from cold email, we're still pretty new to it for our business. We've done it for a few clients, but I would love any tips or insights that you know are working. Chat soon.